Hello everyone, Jen Morgano here from Card and Mum by Jen Morgano. Today we're going to be making this card using two stamp sets that I really like. So one is the Bouquet of Thanks. That's going to give us our big floral image, and Celebrating You, which is a great sentiment set. If you don't have it, take a look. Has a little bit of everything that you can possibly need. We're going to be using the Congrats today. So as you can see, the Bouquet of Thanks is, it's a rather large stamp, and it says thank you, but I needed a card for a bridal shower, so I blocked that out and we put Congrats in instead. So in order to do that, what I did was I mounted my stamp and I took, carefully cut out a piece of Post-it and put it over the thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to ink that stamp up. I'm going to use my Memento Ink and Tuxedo Black because I'm going to color in these beautiful flowers with some blends. And I just thought it was so funny. The invite for the bridal shower had these flowers on it. So I said, well, I have to use the stamp, but I don't want to say thank you. Thank you for getting married. That's weird. Okay, so then what you can do is once you ink that stamp up, you can peel that little Post-it off. You can see that the thank you isn't marked. And look at that. You have your floral image, but nothing in the middle there. I think that's a good deal, right? So then I took the Congrats. I tried to make it curve a little bit. Sometimes it stays, sometimes it doesn't. It is a small stamp, so sometimes the foam just does what it wants. Ink that up. Ta-da! And now your bouquet says Congrats. So I did use our stitched rectangle dies and an embossing folder to cut out and make the smoky slate layer look pretty cool. So let's do that. I will cut out our smoky slate piece first. And these are our stitched rectangles dies. They came out a few years ago. I'm going to start with the largest one and our smoky slate. If I can find my paper. There it is. Okay. Just going to layer it up. We have a little nice stitched edge, and when I'm done cutting out our rectangles, I will then run this smoky slate through using one of our embossing folders. Okay, you're going to take your next step down in rectangle size. This is the Butterfly Kisses DSP. I kind of wanted a fresh freesia background, which is the main color of the card, but I wanted kind of a fun design. And this paper, the Butterfly Kisses DSP, has really cute designs on one side, and then usually you can see some plain colors on the other. So it's fresh freesia. Okay, so now we have that layer. And then we're going to take our third rectangle in and cut out our image here. Sometimes the rectangles are hard to get out. Just kind of have to work it with your fingers. And there you go. Okay, now we're going to take our smoky slate piece. I'm going to remove these guys because the embossing folder that I'm going to use, oops, take it out of its wrapper here. The Hive embossing folder is a 3D embossing folder, so we're going to use our specialty plate. So you're going to have your base, and plate number 4. Take this out of here. And now you have your stitched rectangle edge, but a really nice texture. Okay, so now pretty much all that's left is to color our image in. I'm going to be using Stampin' Blends. I'm going to start with this flower with some pale papaya. So I did the dark color of the combo, the interior, and then just filling in the light. There is so much detail to this stamp that I'm not really going too crazy with the shading, but the blends are good for that. Okay, the next one over, I'm going to do some fresh freesia. And again, just laying down some of the dark color in the middle and fanning out with the lighter of the combo. Okay, and the last flower, I chose to do Balmy Blue. And again, I will admit I am not the best at coloring. I see some of the other examples online, absolutely gorgeous with the shading. It's something I do have to practice. In my free time, I'll get to it. Okay, and then for these little flowers, I kind of just went with the light of the Night of Navy. Just kind of dot those in. These are alcohol markers, so they'll tend to bleed a little bit, so don't have to worry about getting to the edges. The color will find a way. Okay. And then for the leaves, I did some soft succulent. Really pretty green in color that came out last year. I do love this one and Evening Evergreen. I think, oh, very pretty greens. I think Evening Evergreen is my Misty Moonlight. Blue, very nice green. It's got character, if that makes sense. Okay, that, oh, and I did forget to pull out a little gray, just here on the banner. Fill it in a little bit. Okay, so now that your coloring's done, we're just going to assemble. So we have our Fresh Freesia card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. So I'll just take that, finish it with our bone folder. I like to use liquid glue when I'm adhering embossed pieces. It's kind of a fun noise. Just plop that down. Then we're going to take our Fresh Freesia DSP. I'm going to adhere that next with some liquid glue. Center that. Okay, and then we're going to take some dimensionals for our image piece here. and center that right there. Of course, no card is complete without a little bedazzling, right? So I'm using our opal rounds. I'm just going to put, whoops. Oh, what's going on with my take pick? There we go. Just going to take a few of those off and stick them on. Oh boy, it doesn't want to play today. So I'm using the opal rounds on this card. The other sample I used the 2021 opal in color opal rounds. Those are pretty. I use the Fresh Freesia ones. But there you go. Pretty simple, and you can change out that greeting with any sentiment you want. All you need is a Post-it note. Thanks for watching today. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And I'm going to put a link below to the blog post that'll have more information on the products that I used. Thanks. Have a happy crafty day.